Այս ամենում շատ մեծ դերակատարում ունի
In all these processes, the Venice Commission has played a radical role, as well as international organizations on the level of international institutions, ambassadors, and other officials. You see, the Venice Commission, which is being so often referred to, and the conclusion and the opinion of which is being so valued, in reality has conducted discussions and reviewed only the changes concerning the European Convention and international standards. I will find it difficult to call it expertise because arguments brought by the representatives of the Venice Commission slightly differ from proficient expertise because they apply dual standards. For example, the dual standards were disclosed when discussing the accursed 89th article. The representatives of the Venice Commission were saying that it should not interest us in which other European countries there is a similar resolution, and were advising on excluding the second round of elections from the constitutional draft. However, on a different matter, when the possibility of restricting the freedom to assemble in public places was being discussed, particularly the point on the obligation to issue notification within reasonable time, the Venice Commission came up with the same substantiation, saying that on the bigger scale it corresponds to different resolutions adopted by different European countries, and they also recorded that the resolution corresponded to European standards. Such different opinions and approaches concerning these two matters coming from such a representative somehow changes our perception and makes it difficult to call it professional and proficient. Anyway, one thing is evident. The slapdash way the Venice Commission expressed its opinion, not having a complete document. Let me once again remind that the Venice Commission gave its first opinion when had only the first 7 chapters in command, and so bit by bit expressed their opinion on something as significant as the constitution of a state. In my opinion, this is not only unprofessional but also suspicious. These suspicions fortify when we pay attention to the ideas expressed by the President of the Venice Commission, which apparently exceed the international mandate of the Venice Commission. The President of the Venice Commission announces that, according to his estimations, the proposed constitutional reforms are positive and he hopes they will be adopted. This position is very dangerous, especially when expressed by an international organization. Let me remind that we have felt the consequences of such negative experience so let me bring forward as an example the presidential elections of 2013. When the discussions on the results of the elections were still in process in the Constitutional Court, representatives of different international organizations, including representatives of the diplomatic corps, recorded transparent and step-forward elections. This is impermissible. This is an unacceptable approach. This approach also violates the international obligations undertaken by these organizations. This approach disrespects the sovereignty of the Republic of Armenia. And these ideas, despite the names of those bodies expressing them, should be of no value for the people of Armenia.
Պետք է չարժենա ոչինչ